As summer stretched on, the days seemed to melt together, but something deeper had begun to solidify in my relationship with Leslie. I could feel the weight of time and the growing seriousness of our connection. For me, as a Capricorn, planning for the future wasn't just a vague hope. It was a necessity. I couldn't imagine going through life without a clear sense of direction, a set of goals guiding my every step. The same applied to relationships. Love, for me, was intertwined with responsibility and commitment. It wasn't enough to just enjoy the present. I needed to ensure that what we were building would last. That Saturday morning, the sun was already high in the sky when I suggested we head to Griffith Park. I needed to clear my mind, and the open space, away from distractions, felt like the right place to have the conversation I'd been turning over in my head for weeks. Leslie, always attuned to my moods, agreed without question. I could tell he sensed the gravity of what I was about to bring up. As we spread the blanket under the shade of a large oak tree, the weight of the conversation settled in. I knew I needed to talk about our future, not in an abstract, dreamy way, but in a practical, goal-oriented manner. That's how I approached everything that mattered to me. I wasn't interested in vague promises. I needed a concrete plan. It wasn't just about love. It was about building a life that would provide security, stability, and fulfillment for both of us. I took a breath, feeling the familiar sensation of needing to be precise with my words. I needed Leslie to understand that, for me, responsibility and commitment weren't just romantic ideals. They were actions, decisions that shaped every part of our future together. As we spoke, mapping out the path ahead, I felt a sense of relief. We talked about our goals, both personal and shared. For me, advancing in my career was a priority, but so was building a home, a space where we could continue to grow together. Leslie's openness to discussing these things reassured me that we were on the same page. As we talked, I couldn't help but admire the way Leslie engaged with the practicalities. He wasn't just listening passively. He was contributing, shaping our plans in ways that showed he was as committed to our future as I was. We discussed setting up a joint savings account, something I'd been thinking about for a while. To me, financial security was essential. It wasn't just about saving money. It was about building a safety net, knowing that we could face any challenge with the resources to overcome it. When Leslie agreed, I felt a wave of gratitude. This wasn't just about me anymore. It was about us, and knowing he shared that commitment made everything feel more solid, more real. In the weeks that followed, we took concrete steps toward those goals. Meeting with a financial advisor felt like a natural next step, and I could sense Leslie's growing confidence in our shared future. Sitting in that office, discussing investment options and saving strategies, I felt more connected to him than ever. This was the kind of relationship I had always wanted, one where both partners were fully engaged, where the future was something we actively shaped together. As we left the advisor's office that day, walking hand in hand through downtown Los Angeles, I felt a deep sense of partnership. There was something undeniably satisfying about knowing we were taking responsibility for our future, that we weren't leaving anything to chance. I had always believed that the best way to face life's uncertainties was with a plan. And now, with Leslie, we had one. But as much as I thrived on planning, I appreciated the moments when Leslie reminded me that not everything needed to be so structured. One evening, as we sat on the balcony watching the city lights twinkle, Leslie gently pointed out that while our practical plans were important, we couldn't lose sight of the joy in the present. I smiled at his words, recognizing the wisdom in them. He had always been the one to bring balance to my world of rigid goals and timelines, and I knew he was right. While I believed in planning for the future, Leslie showed me that there was room for spontaneity, for celebrating the here and now. We made sure to blend both approaches, taking impromptu trips when we felt like it, exploring new hobbies, and simply enjoying the little things that made life sweeter. In those moments, I could feel the strength of our bond, strong enough to handle the weight of responsibility, but flexible enough to allow us to breathe and enjoy the journey along the way. Through it all, I remained anchored in the knowledge that our commitment wasn't just about the plans we made or the goals we set. It was about the everyday decisions, the way we showed up for each other, the way we held ourselves accountable not just to our dreams, but to each other. Every step we took, whether it was setting up a savings plan or taking a last-minute weekend trip, was a testament to the responsibility we shared. As summer began to fade, I felt a deep sense of peace. Leslie and I had built something meaningful, grounded in mutual respect, shared goals, and unwavering commitment. I knew that, with him by my side, I could face whatever the future held. We had a plan, but more than that, we had each other. And that was the foundation that made everything else possible.